Broadcasting from various countries around the world using voice over IP technology, this is VoIP Uncovered, a VoIPon Solutions UK podcast. I'm Kathleen Reed. Joining us today is Frederick Dickey from Sangoma. He's their Director of Product Management and also is the General Manager for Sangoma UK. Thank you for joining us today, Frederick. Sangoma's hardware has always been known to be of exceptional quality and stability. However, as I understand it, it has reached limitations as to how many concurrent calls it could process on one server due to third-party hardware factors. For example, server processing speed and choice of software run by the solution provider or end customer that were outside of its control. Why introduce a 16-port board now?
Okay, so running telecom applications on computers is always a challenge because they're real-time applications. But at Sangoma, we've always addressed the need to run, to push the envelope of the number of ports, number of channels you can run in a computer. And basically it goes around what we call WAN pipe, which is the train name we have for the drivers that enable our boards to work in computers. And we've always designed WAN pipe in a way that you could, depending on the type of capacity for telecom systems you're building, will allow you to scale way more than any other technology. We call this internally. Externally as well. We call this the adjusting the chunk size. But as an example of that, over 3 years ago, the example of pushing the envelope. Over 3 years ago, we were the first to introduce the 8-span boards, the boards that we call the A108. So that's a good solid 3-4 years before our competition. And our competition is probably just leveraging the fact that now you have more powerful computers. But at the same time, we also have customers, we also have implementations that run all the way to 32 spans. So the reason for a 16-port card is because, again, we've always pushed the envelope, we've always enabled our customers to build large-scale telecom applications, and the need for 16-port or 16-span rather, is more or less for operational reasons. Most of our customers will co-locate their equipment. They will have to rent rack space and power. Those are two factors that directly impact the cost of your implementations. So delivering this kind of density combined with our WAN pipe designs, what we provide to our customers is this hugely valuable recurring savings in operational costs. So that's the main reason why we've come up with this kind of density.
How stable are this many ports in one card?
Well, I guess I spoke about WAN pipe. The answer is still around WAN pipe. WAN pipe, as I mentioned earlier, is this driver that we designed that enables our boards to work in computer systems. These drivers have been evolving for the last 12 years. They run millions of ports of telecom systems out there, from small PBX systems all the way to very large call centers and IVRs. We're just kind of building on to the same kind of expertise and stability. So there's no difference. You just have more ports, more spans, but running on the same kind of stability that we've been delivering for years and years.
Okay, great. So what sort of software does it work with? For example, will it be used to run your SS7 solution, or have Asterisk and FreeSwitch and others caught up with the demand for such high call volume boards? Or is it a situation, if you build it, they will come?
Yep. So again, 3 times in a row, it's around WAN pipe. So WAN pipe is this common driver that we have across. And every time we release a product, WAN pipe, a board product, WAN pipe enables this product to work in several means. So you can configure WAN pipe to get the boards to work directly with Asterisk. You can configure the boards to work directly with FreeSwitch. You can configure the boards to use custom APIs. So if you are a developer and you want to build your own application from scratch, we provide that flexibility as well. And depending on your preferences, there are integrators and developers out there who like Windows, those others that prefer Linux. So we provide those two choices as well. And then the last thing I forgot to mention is also for data applications. So one pipe can be configured to build not just telecom applications, but also datacom applications. So this is, again, very flexible, many avenues, and it's basically common to all the board products that we provide.
So what is the minimum processing power that you'd want to run in a server using a card such as this?
Well, we recommend at least quad-core processors, but these are so common nowadays, and even regular, $1,000 servers will have two quad-core processors. So these are very. In fact, I just got myself a new laptop. It's a tiny, small laptop, and it has a quad-core processor. So basically, a very common type of processors that are available everywhere. But like I mentioned, at least a quad-core processor.
What has the initial market reaction been to this product?
Well, we didn't make enough, basically. So we released the product in late May, early June. We had an initial production that went out in just a few days. So right now we're catching up, building a lot more products. But we expect, because Sangoma has catered to higher density type designs, these boards were in high demand. These boards were in high demand. Basically, I think I've mentioned this earlier. It delivers by allowing to use less space and less power. Our customers can build applications that are a lot less costly to operate. And operational savings is huge because it's recurring. It happens every year, day in, day out, you're saving. So it allows them to be a lot more competitive. So we expect this product to be very successful at Sangoma.
Okay, so you mentioned the customers. Where can you see such a card winding up in the market? And do you have any successful case studies you can touch upon?
Well, we're kind of starting, so people are deploying. We don't have exact case studies results yet, but they will find themselves in typical applications will be, of course, high-end, high-density products like call centers, for instance, call center solutions. In Asia Pacific, we do sell a lot of boards into what is called the MVAS, the Mobile Value-Added Services market, where applications like coloring backbone enhances the mobile networks. We have customers that build themselves very large gateways in the core of their network to offer SIP trunking. We have customers deploying SS7 gateways, for instance, to provide alternative carrier services. So it's those kinds of applications, mostly in the carrier space or the very large enterprise space.
Okay, so I guess finally, why choose a Sangoma 16-port board over a comparable external solution?
Yeah, so there's a lot of customers. We have, I guess, a very varied customer base. Some of our customers prefer to integrate, develop, and build themselves full solutions, and we have corporate users that prefer to be simply users of the product. So in general, those tend to be in the camp of sell me a board, and then I can kind of control everything and build my own thing. And then in the corporate side of things, they tend to prefer external appliances that, there's no assembly, if you will. There's just powering it up and configuring it. So, at Sangoma, we're not trying to force one or the other. We're just trying to provide the best solutions depending on where you're coming from. So it depends, I guess. Depends of the type of customers and what they're looking for, but I guess we can provide both angles to them.
Thank you for joining us today, Frederick. Frederick Dickey is Sangoma's Director of Product Management and General Manager for the UK. This has been a VoIPon Covered podcast brought to you by VoIPon Solutions. For more information, please visit www.voipon.co.uk.